everybody, it is Charlotte with Charlotte Plans, and I am going to go through my Budget 2019 notebook. It is an Erin Condren monthly deluxe, or deluxe monthly. It is in the neutral pattern, and some modifications that I have done. On the year at a glance, I went ahead and covered up the 2018, and I plan on making a little legend because I'm going to put little stickers over here for the bills that are not due every single month. So like my trash is due every other month, Amazon Prime, or not trash is every other month, it's every quarter. Amazon Prime is once a year. I have a subscription to Viki, which is a kind of like Netflix, but it's for Asian dramas and some other international dramas as well, or TV shows, I should say. I don't know what I'm going to do right here, but it might be milestones or something like that. And then right into January, I went ahead and decorated the planner already because I like it to be decorated. But for those of you that have not seen the planners, this is what it looks like without any decorations. So it has the month at a glance and then some note pages after each month, and then it goes right into the next month. So I went ahead and decorated this because I prefer it, and this is my little bookmark from Erin Condren. It is the petals format. I went ahead and covered up the amount that's in my checking account and in my retirement. I don't really care about the sinking funds and my emergency fund because that kind of helps people realize where I'm at. Anyways, the history about me: I am single, I live in Houston, and I currently just got a new job. So my budget is kind of in flux right now because my first paycheck did not have all of my deductions taken out of it. So I'm kind of figuring out where I'm at. But I'm definitely getting paid more than I was last year. So that's a good thing that I'm finally getting paid more so I can put more towards my debt. I am currently trying to pay off my student loans, and that is at $37,000. And I forget the dollar amount, but you'll see it later on in the planner. Anyways, the kit that I used for this month is from Be a Beautiful Planning from Etsy, and I liked this kit because it, on the bills, it actually gave little designs like natural gas, there's a house for rent, cell phone, electric has a light bulb, water has a drop, and then I kind of threw some in here that were not part of it. So let's see. I have an iCloud and an Apple Music subscription, so I went ahead and used a little icon for internet. And then Netflix, I have a subscription to Netflix as well, and that is, I used a $sign for that one. And yeah, so this is what I have going on for this month that are due. My trash is due this quarter, and it's $56.47. My car insurance is also due this month, and my car insurance is due every 6 months. So that is my insurance for 6 months. It has gone down, thank God, but it's only about $20 that it's gone down. So it's not all that much, but it is nice to be able to have it go down a little bit. Okay, my sinking funds currently is starting at $1,700. Emergency fund is almost at $2,400. It will be after this month. And the sinking funds basically are, actually, we'll show you. Amazon Prime, car inspection and registrations, car insurance, car maintenance, dentist, my editorial freelance association membership, HBO Now, which I'm actually changing that to Viki because that one is due every year, my summer bills. So in the summer, since I live in Houston, my bills go up drastically because of trying to AC a 40-year-old house that has the original insulation in the attic and everything. So I need to kind of squirrel away some money during the winter time when all of my bills are a lot less. So I put it into a sinking fund, and so I kind of put, I'll explain it to you when I get over here how I'm coming up with this number, and I put it in pencil because I don't know the cents, because I do get interest on all of these accounts. So I figure out, at the end of the month I reconcile and put the interest payments also on top of this. I also have one for taxes for when I file my taxes. My trash, since it's due every quarter, I throw everything into a sinking fund so that way I have the money when it's time to pay it. My vacation fund, and then my vet fund, because I do have an 11-and-a-half-year-old cat, so she does get sick. Then down here, I have it split up into my emergency fund, so I'm beginning with that amount, and then I list the transactions. Currently, the transactions that I have are interest payments, and I have $25 every month that I have pulled from my checking account go into my savings account, just to keep beefing it up a little bit, because it doesn't hurt to have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund in case things happen. And over here I list all of my cash, or my envelopes, doing the Dave Ramsey type plan here. So the cash that I take out: groceries, personal care, pet care, restaurants, gifts, and households. And then that's the total amount that I take out from the ATM. Then down here I have electronic envelopes. So these are ones that I pay, say, the gas I just pay at the pump, crafts, Etsy, and then pet food. I have an online subscription with my vet clinic, and because my cat is on prescription diet, so that is about how much it is to get her food every single month. Over here I have it broken down into my actual budget, what all is budgeted, what is the actual amount, and with my debts I keep an outstanding balance over here so I can kind of track how much is going down each month. So I get paid every the 31st of every month and on the 15th of every month. So the 31st I go ahead and put that as my paycheck 1 for the beginning of the month. Then paycheck 2 is on the 15th. I always keep a little remaining balance from the previous month. I like to have a little buffer in my account in case, someone hacks into my account and starts using a credit card, one of my debit card, or you never know when things like that will happen. And then I keep track of any additional income. So I work elections during the year. So if I work elections, I get a little paycheck from the county for working the election. And then it's if I get any money from people borrowing things, or if I loan money to someone and they pay me back, it's just for me to kind of keep a checks and balances on what's coming in, what's going out, type of thing. My regular expenses: rent, cell phone, cable, electric, natural gas, water, Netflix, iCloud, and Apple Music. And total, my budgeted amounts are all of these, and total $1,065.79. Now for electric, natural gas, and water, I went ahead and to figure out a budgeted amount for each item, I took last year's bills, added them up, and got the average per month that I was spending. And that's what I used over here. I kind of bumped them up a few dollars here and there. But other than that, that's about a monthly average. So instead of my electric company saying, hey, you can pay the same amount each month, I'm doing that kind of my own way. And then once I get my bills in, I write them in over here. And as you can see, for this month, it is $1,035.20. So I take my budgeted amount minus the actual, and if it is a positive number, in this case it was $30.59, I move that over into my summer bills. Now if it's negative, I know I need to pull out of my summer bills so to counteract the additional money that was spent. And that's kind of how I've been able to keep track of everything the past year, and it has worked out phenomenal. Actually, the past 2 years I've been able to do that, and it has helped out greatly in doing that. And because I'm doing the average monthly myself and not going through my electric company or water company, I'm actually saving a little bit of money each year, because when I kind of calculated it out with my electric company, I was going to pay them more money for them to go ahead and do a monthly average, and so I was going to actually pay them more money than if I did it myself. So I'd rather keep that money to myself and use it to pay debt. So that's why I'm doing it this way. It is a little bit more time consuming, so I understand people that would want to just go ahead and do it and not worry about it. Okay, then moving on to my debts. This used to be a huge section of debts, and I've pulled it down to where it's student loans, and then I have my Bank of America card, and one of them, because that is one where I have a monthly charge for my website, the security for my website on that one. But the balance is at zero. When it comes up, the minimum payment is $25, but what is actually charged onto it is $35, so I pay the $35. Student loans, I'm currently $37,543.95 as of the 1st of January. My minimum payment is $267.63, and that's what I'm paying. So total towards debt, it would be $302.63. I'm covering up my income because with my new company, I have to keep that confidential. So my total income, I kind of put a budgeted amount right here by adding up all of those amounts. So say it's $1,000, $1,000, remaining from December is $1,500. So that is, quick math, $3,500 for the total. That is not my actual pay, that I'm just giving an estimate over there. And so put the $3,500 right here, and then when I actually get paid, I put the actual amount here, and then I add up all those, and any additional income, I add them up over here, and that's how I can tell what I have remaining at the end of the year, or end of the month, that needs to be put towards debt or put towards my vacation, because I do want to go on a vacation with my family this year during the summertime. So I add up my total expenses and my debts. So I took $165.79, $292.63, and got $358.42. I'm going to go ahead and 1035 20, nope, yep, 263. Go ahead and put that down here because I know those are my actual numbers that I'm going to do. Now, sinking funds, I currently have 263 because that was how much all of the other accounts besides summer bills that I knew was going into sinking funds. But now I know that it is 263 plus 59, no, 263 plus 30, 59, so it is 293 I know for sure is going into my sinking funds, and I'll add it in over here. Now total envelopes, I've already taken out the cash for those, and I have them split out in my wallet, which is a Savvy Sense wallet, and it has different sections for some of the categories. So the ones that I have in there are grocery, personal pet care, and restaurants, and miscellaneous. So if I'm going to get gifts or anything for household, I keep that money stored in my house in a safe spot, and when I need to, if I'm going out to get gifts, I grab some money from the gifts envelope and throw that in my wallet, and that's where I put it in the miscellaneous section because I know it's going to be used for gifts. To keep track of my cash flow, my cash envelopes, I'm going to start putting transactions here, and any stores, like I need to add in Walmart from yesterday because I did go get some groceries, and some of it was personal care as well because I needed to get more Band-Aids and some things for this little finger right here. And then I'll put the envelope and the amount, and then that way I can reconcile at the end of the month how much I actually used for my envelopes, and then go from there on that. And I've left this last page blank because I don't know how many transactions I will have here. But but I do know I used a couple restaurants from here. I went to a couple restaurants and I did groceries this week. So I do need to add those in here, which I will do later. But that is how I designed my monthly spreads, and I have yet to go back here and do my notes section, which I am planning on doing what I did last year. And I'm grabbing last year's planner, so I'm going to go ahead and move this off to the side. I did opt to get more pages in the back because of what I'm doing again, which I need to reconcile this notebook. So I'm putting my baby steps and do my financial goals over here, which I have not done my financial goals for this year. But the baby steps are from Dave Ramsey, and it's the first step is to get $2,000 in your emergency fund. Well, I've done that. I'm now working on step 2, which is to pay off all of my debts. And I am also trying to do 3 and 4 right now. So this is basically what I want to do for my current budget notebook, and then kind of keep track of a bank register. I basically like your checkbook register of all the transactions that are going in and out, and keep it up monthly. But obviously you can see I stopped on the 16th of January, so I have a lot of reconciling I need to do for 2018 on this section. And on my 2018 or 2019 2019 budget notebook, I also want to add in one of the notes a wish list of things that I am trying to save up for. So some of the things are shoe cases for me to put my shoes in. So they're furniture pieces, they're from IKEA. And one is a mattress, a freezer for the outside, for the garage, a deep freeze, so that way I can make a whole lot of soup and throw it in some containers and throw it out in the freezer, and then I don't have to worry about having food in my freezer and it going bad because of the manual defrost and everything in my refrigerator freezer. And I want to get an Apple Watch, so there are things on my want list, and I kind of have it on my phone and here saved, and kind of how much I want to spend on all of them. So that way I kind of have an estimate of how much I'm trying to save for and things like that. I'm also being realistic, and their want list, and I'm going to work for them by saving, but I'm also going to be putting a little bit more money on my student loans. So for December, I went ahead and did an extra $200 payment on top of the $267.63, the minimum payment. So that's what my plan is, to at least do $100 or $200 every single month that I can pay additional. But until I figure out my actual paychecks every single time, until I get my deductions taken out and everything, I'm kind of holding off on figuring out on doing that for January. But I hope by my second paycheck for January that I will have all of that squared away, where health insurance and retirement is being deducted from the account from my paycheck, so that way I know exactly how much I'm going to get paid every pay period, and then I can figure out my budget. So I'm kind of in flux on my current budget, but I hope everybody enjoyed this, and go back to my monthly spread because it's so pretty, except for the bright yellow sticky notes. But I won't remove those because that I'd like to keep that a little secret, because no one needs to know how much I actually have in my checking account. And I can't reveal how much I get paid. So, but I will keep everybody on top of everything and let you know where I stand on getting my debt paid off, because that is the biggest thing that I am trying to do right now, is to get that $37,000 paid off in 2 years, a year and a half, I'd like to get it paid off before I'm 40. I turned 40 in August of 2020. I will check back with you guys next month. I will be doing weekly updates. Well, I say I will be doing weekly updates. I will try to get them out to you, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing my videos, so I'm not going to promise anything, but I will at least come back every single month to give you my budgets. So I hope to see everybody next month. Bye, everybody.